Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm so glad you can join me this morning for some gentle yoga. It's a beautifully spring-like morning, and let's try to create a little space here for love of springtime, love in general, some peace and gratitude. So I hope everyone is sitting in a very comfortable seated position. And I invite you to sit on a blanket or two or three, maybe sit on a cushion, but just the key is to be comfortable. So let's sit up nice and straight and tall with a nice long spine and soft shoulders. And I'm going to read you a quote before we begin. And it's from Thich Nhat Hanh, Your True Home. And I just love this quote because it's so pertinent to spring. In the springtime, thousands of different kinds of flowers bloom. Your heart can also bloom. You can let your heart open up to the world because love is possible. Do not be afraid of it. Love is indispensable to life. And if in the past you've suffered because of love, you can always learn how to love again. So, opening up to love this morning, creating some space. Let's put our hands on our knees, closing our eyes, and take a nice deep breath, filling the belly with air, and then the chest. And then feel the throat expand. And then as you exhale, gently feel everything contract. The throat, the chest, the belly. And let's do that one more time. So inhale deeply into the belly, raising the chest up in the heart center. Letting the air float through the throat. Exhale, gently release the throat, the chest, and the belly. And then gently open your eyes. So let's get started with a forward fold. And we're going to fold here, but we're just going to come down to the elbows. So let's breathe. Take a nice deep breath down into the belly and the spine and stay right here, and you can rest your head on a block if you'd like, or if you'd like to bring your forehead down wherever your edge of flexibility is as we begin to lengthen the spine, open up the spine, and breathe down deep into it. And then gently come up very slowly. Beautiful. So let's take our heads to the knees. So stretching out your left leg, we're going to put the right foot into the left thigh. And as you inhale, let's just raise the arms up and just come down to the knee, elbow to the knee, rest here on your knee. And take a deep breath into that left side, lower back, lengthening and strengthening the spine. Breathing. And then gently come up, walk the hands up the left leg. So let's extend the right leg out now and bring that left foot into the right thigh. And as you inhale, take the arms up and let's just come right down here to the knee and bend. Maybe your head touches your knee, maybe it doesn't. But just taking a nice deep breath into the left side, stretching open that left side, And continuing to lengthen the spine. And breathe. And then gently walk the hands up the knee. And let's bring both the feet together, the soles of the feet. And you can walk your hips up to meet your feet, or walk your feet back to meet your hips, whatever you're feeling. And just let your knees drop open and flutter like a butterfly. Good. Keeping that spine nice and tall. Shoulders are soft, and we are breathing. Good. Just fluttering, or maybe if you want to just take them up and down, or just back and forth, side to side. Explore what feels good to you as we begin to open up the hips. Good. And then as you're ready, let's just fold forward just as far as it's comfortable for you. Just coming forward and really feel a deeper stretch in the inner thighs. And it's not about how far down you come. It's just about that nice stretch in the inner thighs. And maybe your elbows are on your inner thighs and they're just encouraging them to come into a little deeper pose. Or not. And breathe. And then gently draw the knees back up together. Stretch your feet out in front of you and just guide your knees over from the left to the right. As we neutralize the hips. And breathe. Good morning, everyone. Good. Just letting them float in space here. And then bring our legs back into crisscross. And now let's take that right arm over to the left knee. The left arm is going to come behind that left hip. As you inhale, twist the abs, lengthening the spine, but really twist, really feel that in your abs, lifting the neck, and breathe. Good, and then release the left side. So let's bring the left arm over, left hand to the right knee. That right arm comes behind you, right behind the right hip. And as you inhale, twist the abs, keeping the spine nice and long. Looking over your right shoulder, and breathe. Lifting the neck. Good. And then gently release and come back to center. So let's take the arms up as you inhale, lace the hands, and just let your arms float from the left to the right, hinging from the waist. Feel that nice stretch on the sides. Good. Floating back and forth, left to right. Good. Let's take the arms out to the sides and just take them in little circles to begin with. Just little tiny circles. Shoulders are soft and relaxed. Kind of dropping them down, dropping your shoulders down your upper back. And then maybe increasing the circles and breathing. So we're kind of focusing on a range of motion this morning. And now it's big wide circles. Inhale up, exhale round, opening up the chest, opening up the shoulders, and increasing the range of motion, maybe taking it in the opposite direction. Good, and breathing. Good. And then extend the arms out to the sides, and I'd like you to clench the fists as tight as you can. Just really feel the tension all the way up your arms. Clench, 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 tighten, and breathe. Good. And then relax the hands. Maybe wiggle the fingers. Good. And let's take the wrist up, down, hands coming up and down, and maybe rotating the wrists. Good. Good. And then bring that right arm over to the left shoulder. Take the left arm over to the right shoulder. Nice tall spine as you inhale, raising the elbows up. And hold here for a couple of breaths. And then release your arms, take them back out to the sides, nice and wide. Then bring that left arm over to the right shoulder. Bring the right arm over to the left shoulder. As you inhale, take your elbows up. And hold here for a couple of breaths. Opening up the shoulders. Continuing to lengthen the spine. Beautiful. And then let your arms rest down at your knees and just give them a little shake. Yeah, just shake it out. Good. So let's come into our cactus arms. And so cactus arms, we're dropping the shoulders down the back. And as we bring the elbows together, let's inhale. Exhale, bring them back to the sides. Inhale, bring your elbows together, nice and parallel to the floor. Exhale, release. Open up the chest. Lift the heart. Good. Bring the elbows back together. Exhale, open wide. Good. Inhale, bringing the elbows together and staying right here. The palms are going to open up and face you. Keeping the elbows parallel to the floor, let's open up here into our scissors and breathe. Feel this great stretch in the shoulders. And then turn the palms away and continue to open from here. Breathing. Good. And then let's bring that left elbow down to the left knee. Take that right arm up and over the right ear. And take a deep breath down into that right side. And then bring the right elbow down to the right knee. Take that left arm up and over the left ear as you inhale. Breathe down deep into the left side. Beautiful. Good. Then gently release the left arm. So let's extend the legs out in front and bring the left foot over the right knee and cradling that left foot with your right arm, bringing the knee up and stretching that inner thigh here as we rock the baby. Good. You can support that left knee with your left arm, cradling it. And breathe. close as it's comfortable to you. And then stretch out that left leg. And let's bring the right ankle over the left knee, cradling the right foot with the left arm, and taking your right knee into the right arm, bringing that thigh open on the right side and breathing. Taking the knee as close as it works for you. And rock the baby. Good. And then stretch the legs out and give them a nice shake. As you inhale, draw the arms up and fold forward. Take a few breaths here. And then walk the hands back towards the body. And let's come on down to our knees. So coming into tabletop, we've got our hips and our knees lined up together, and our wrists are as close underneath the shoulders as possible. And as you inhale, let's draw the navel up toward the spine into a cat. Good. Stretch it out here. Exhale, release the chest, bringing the head and the tailbone up. Inhale, come up into cow. Exhale, coming down into cow. Whoops, that was cat. Now we're coming up into cat. Exhale, coming down into cow. Just floating up and down. Good. Last one. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming back into cow. Beautiful. So let's take that right leg out, extending it, keeping it parallel to the floor, flexing that right foot, and breathe down deep into the right psoas muscle, lengthening and strengthening that right leg. Good. Then bending that right knee and taking your leg up ever so slightly, maybe turning it out just a little bit, rotating the hip, and breathe. Good. Then draw the right knee into the chest. Exhale, take it out to the side, and then bring it back down to the mat. So coming over to the left side, extending that left leg out long and strong, flexing that left foot, breathe down deep into that left psoas muscle. Good. And then as you're ready, bend the left knee and inhale, bring your knee up and out ever so slightly. Just giving that hip a little rotation on the left side. And then draw the left knee into the chest. Exhale, take it out to the side, and then bring it back down. Good. So let's tuck the toes, walk our hands a little bit farther away from the body, spreading the fingers out nice and wide. As we tuck the toes, we're coming into our downward facing dog, dropping the head between the shoulders, maybe walking the feet out here a little bit. Stretching the calves. Good. And then coming down into our plank. Hold here for a couple of breaths. And be careful not to drop the torso down too far. And come down into up dog or cobra. And then exhale, come on into a wide-kneed child's pose. Keeping the arms outstretched, just let your chest float down towards the mat. resting your head on a block or on the mat, whatever is comfortable for you. Always honor where you are. Take a few breaths here. And then as you're ready, walking the hands over to the right side. Left hand comes on top of the right hand. Take a deep breath down into that left side. Stretching the left side of the rib cage, opening it up. And breathe. Then gently walking the arms back to the center and over to the left side. The right hand comes on top of the left hand. And take a deep breath down into that right side. Stretching out the right side of the rib cage. Beautiful. And then walk the arms back to center. So let's come up. We're going to come up, just sit on our ankles for a moment. Take the hands behind, clasping the hands, rolling the shoulders back. And as it's comfortable for you, if you want to come on up to your knees, we're going to clasp the hands, roll the shoulders back. And as you inhale, let's take the shoulders up, and you can stay right here, hinging from the waist, or if you feel it coming down towards the mat, that is also an option. And breathe. And then gently let the arms fall down to the sides, coming back up onto our knees. Good. Tugging on the britches. And placing the right hand at the small of the back, keeping the knees about hip-width apart. As you inhale, bring that left arm up and come back, parallel to the floor. Push the hips forward and breathe. And then release the left arm. Let's bring the left hand over to the left side, the small of the back. As you inhale, push the hips forward. Right arm comes up and back. Head is parallel to the floor. And breathe. Beautiful. And then coming down into puppy dog. So we've got our hands walking away from our body a bit more. And we've got our knees and our hips lined up. So puppy dog, we're just going to come down here and let the chest come close to the mat. And just put your head on the mat or on a block and bringing the mat of the floor up to you. And just rest here in puppy dog for a couple of breaths. And then as you're ready, walk the hands towards you a little bit. So as you inhale, let's bring the body forward. Good. Stretching out here into up dog or cobra, or you can stay at tabletop and just rock back and forth here. Or if you want to go down a little deeper, just coming into up dog or cobra. And then coming back towards your ankles. Just letting your body float in space. Coming forward, inhale, exhale, coming back. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, coming forward. We'll do one more. Exhale, coming back. Last one, we're going to hold here for just a couple of breaths. Shoulders are soft, elbows are tucked into the rib cage, and breathe. Good. Beautiful. Our spines are loving this. And then come on back into child's pose. And this time, let's bring the arms to the sides. Melt the chest down towards the mat. Palms facing up. Shoulders just kind of float down toward the mat. And pause here for a couple of breaths. And as you're ready, let's come on up, come down to our backs. So as you inhale, draw the arms up and come on down into a nice full body stretch. Make sure you can see me, I think you can. And just stretch the arms out, draw the navel toward the spine, stretch your feet, your legs. Feel like somebody's pulling your hands, somebody's pulling your feet, and you're just like taffy. And breathe. Good. Then relax the body, bring the arms down to the sides. Pause here for a couple of breaths and just check in with yourself. See how everything is percolating. If there are any tight spots that still need to be released or softened up. And then as you inhale, let's bring both legs up. Reverse forward fold. We're going to keep the pelvic floor on the mat. And taking your hands to your calves, gently press the calves towards you. And feel that nice stretch all the way up your legs, into your thighs, your hamstrings, your quads. Good. And we're breathing. And then let's cross that left ankle over the right knee. Thread the left arm through the legs and both hands underneath the right knee. Gently press that right knee towards the body and breathe. A beautiful inner thigh stretch. And then release the left leg. So let's bring the right ankle over to the left knee. Thread your right arm through the legs. Both hands behind the left knee and press the left knee forward. So feeling a nice stretch in the right thigh, that inner thigh. And the hip. Breathing. Beautiful. Good. So let's bring the feet down to the mat. And our feet are about hip width apart. And we'll walk the ankles back towards the hips. And our arms are out at the sides with the palms facing down. Or if you'd like, you can clasp your hands underneath as we prepare to come into bridge. So as you inhale, lifting the hips skyward. Resting on your shoulders, those knees are nice and firm, and breathe. Good. Really feel that in your legs and feel the tightness in your glutes. And contraction in the belly. And then gently release. Pause here for a few breaths. We're going to do that one more time. And as you're ready, either clasp the hands or keep them at your sides Inhale, raising the hips skyward. Knees are firm and straight. And breathe. And then gently release, and bringing the knees into the chest. Give your knees a big squeeze. Squeeze the knees. And then placing the hands on your knees, let's gently massage the sacral spine. The sacrum is the triangular bone in the back. It connects the spine to the pelvic floor. Always good to keep that open, soft, lubricated. Good. And then let's bring the knees up, and they're about hip-width apart. We're going to clasp the hands underneath the neck, supporting the neck. And as you inhale, we're going to get ready to do our yoga crunches. So as you inhale, just lifting from the chest, contracting the abs, no tension in the neck, always looking up at the ceiling so there's no injury to your neck. Exhale, come down. Inhale, contracting the abs, feeling this, looking skyward. Good. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming up, holding and breathing, looking at the ceiling. Exhale, release. We'll do two more. Inhale, coming on up. Really feel this in the abs. Looking at the ceiling. Exhale, coming down. Last one. Inhale, coming up. Hold, hold, hold. Really feel this. Protect your neck. Exhale, release. Stretch out the legs. And pause for a couple breaths here. Good job. Whew, felt that. And then as you're ready, draw the right knee into the chest and just hold it right here as you breathe. And then grab the right foot by the right hand, the balls of the right foot. Gently bring the right knee towards the body and breathe. Half happy baby. And then release the right leg down to the mat, let it rest. Drawing the left leg up, squeezing that left knee into the body. Take a few breaths here. And then take the left hand to the balls of the left foot. Gently bring that left knee in towards the body. And breathe. And your right hand can rest on your right hip if you like, to kind of keep it down on the mat. And then bring your right knee up to meet the left, grabbing the balls of the right foot into full happy baby, keeping the pelvic floor on the mat, and breathe. Beautiful. Giving those hips some love. And then placing your feet on the mat, just let your knees float from side to side. So now let's bring the soles of the feet towards the body. You can stay right here if you'd like, just holding your feet out here. If you'd like to bring them in closer to the body, like a reverse butterfly, and breathe. And then release the legs, take them straight up. And flexing the feet, let's take the feet just up and down. Up and down. Maybe side to side. And then little circles, rotating the ankles. Good. And then let's bring the knees into the chest and gently rock up to seated and then to standing position. So we are standing in our mountain pose. We've got our feet hip width apart, stacking the bones. Stand sideways so you can see. So we've got a nice vertical spine and a neutral pelvis. Our knees are slightly bent. Always keep our knees soft. Relaxing the shoulders. Checking in with the shoulders on top of the hips onto the knees, and the knees on top of the ankles. And just take a couple breaths here, just noticing your alignment. Maybe closing your eyes if you feel brave. Good. And then as you inhale, bring the arms up and back. Good. Exhale, float down into forward fold. Inhale, come into our halfway lift. Exhale, down into forward fold. Inhale into halfway. Exhale into chair pose. Knees are firm and straight. Taking a couple breaths here. Exhale, float down to forward fold. Inhale, walk the hands up the legs. Good. So let's keep our toes engaged to the mat. We're just going to lift the ankles up. Good. Just lift each foot up. Gentle, nice and slow. Good. And then as you inhale, bring your arms up onto tiptoes, and then come down. Bring your arms up onto tiptoes, and down, and up, and down, up, and down. Inhale, up, and down. Good. So let's come into a wide stance. And we'll turn that left foot forward, and you can keep the right foot at 90 degrees, or if you want to straighten it out a little bit more, whatever works for you. And coming into our warrior one, as you inhale, bending that left knee, keeping it nice and firm and straight, and raising the arms into warrior one. And breathe here. Shoulders are soft. Good, and then let's come down to the left foot. The hands are framing that left foot. Extending that right leg out into our lunge. Good, take a deep breath down into that right leg. left knee is firm as you rest your chest on it. So drop the right knee down. Let's stretch the left calf out and breathe. Good. Then come forward once again, stretching out the right leg. Beautiful. Beautiful. Stretch, stretch, stretch out that right leg. And breathe. And then as you're ready, bring that right foot up to meet the left foot into a forward fold. And then let's step the right foot back. We've got the left foot back. And we got the right foot forward. We're bending the right knee. As you inhale, coming into Warrior One. Shoulders are nice and soft. The knee and the toes are lined up together. Nice firm knee. And breathe. And then gently come down to the right foot, framing the foot with your hands, extending that left leg out into a long lunge. Lengthen and strengthen that left leg. Breathing down into the left psoas muscle. Right knee is nice and firm. And then drop the left knee down. Let's stretch out the right calf. Good. And breathe. And then come forward once again, stretching out that left leg. Really make this one count. Nice deep stretch. Loving the left psoas. Breathing. And then as you're ready, gently bring the left foot up to meet the right foot. And in forward fold, walking the hands up the legs, coming up one vertebra at a time. The head is the last thing to come up. Good. So let's come into a wide stance once again. And we got our feet pointed out laterally. So we're bending the knees nice and soft, bringing the hands to heart center. As you inhale, next take the hands up and drop down, bending the knees into a deeper bend. Exhale, hands come back to heart center. Inhale, take them up. Good, nice deep squats. Coming up as you inhale, good, beautiful. Exhale, inhale, coming up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, coming up. Good. Exhale, heart center. Last one, we're going to make this one count. So breathe, breathe, breathe here. Nice deep breaths. And then gently spread the feet out wider, come into ragdoll. Hinge from the waist, come on down, let your arms float on the mat. Or if you'd like, you can take your elbows in your hands and just gently maybe rock from side to side here. Letting your arms rest and float. Good. And then gently walk the hands up the legs, coming up one vertebra at a time. Never want to come up too fast and become dizzy. That's no fun. We've got time for the joy breath. There's never enough time. So we know the joy breath well, I'm sure. And it's all about being joyful, having a big smile on our faces. It's a beautiful spring day. So let's inhale, take the arms up and out and up and through. Up, out, up and through, up, out, up and through, up, out, up and through. And come on on down to a reclining, comfortable position. And I want to remind you all, of course, Monday, April the 5th at 9 a.m., we're going to be doing yoga outdoors at 54 Donaldson Station. So I hope that you all will put that on your calendar and join me for that. Be lots of fun to be outdoors on the lawn. So until Thursday morning, this Thursday morning, I want you to stay safe and well and let the love spread. Keep thinking peaceful thoughts, always speaking kind words. Radiate as much love from your hearts as you possibly can. I love you all. Namaste and thank you.